Power is up. No. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, that's a little quick 30-minute spin session in before work. It's what's needed. Loosen the legs up. I think I'm riding a little tight. Riding a heavy gear. Okay, that felt a little better. Got to get a little blood and a little plasma in the legs first. All right, let's start off. Start this clock. Heart rate looking pretty good. Welcome back to the channel. Let's get us a little spin session in. It's always good to open the legs up before the weekend. At the same time, get to watch your little favorite channel. Check out the outside weather. Get used to the heat. Got the fans going. We ain't gonna be on here long. Just something nice and quick, that's all. Loosen up the muscles. Get the body just opened up for a weekend ride. Never know where you're gonna end up at. Never know which bike you gonna ride. Might be Becky, might be Felicia. Whatever one, it don't really matter. Gotta work on the engine. Might gotta do a tune-up, change the cylinders, do a valve job, change the oil. Riding a bike is like driving a car. You don't put the right gas in it, no telling what's gonna hit. Put that 87 octane, your motor might start, I don't know. You know what I mean? You put that 91, you're gonna do a little bit better. But you put that 112 up in there, that high octane, baby, you ready to go. So we're gonna sit here, chit chat a little bit, talk about cycling, you know, what we like to do. Keep the heart rate nice and low. Probably going to zone 2 ride. And just sit there. Just get used to just sitting there. Race season pretty much done, but you never stop training to kind of boost yourself up to the next level. You know? So, this is it. Weekend warrior time. So, you might want to get introduced to this sport. If you do, you're a new cyclist, tap in, you know, subscribe, leave a comment, questions, leave a comment. You know, we'll do a little bit of vlogging as far as doing some reviews on some of the bikes, some of the parts, tell you my honest opinion. And opinions, everybody got one. So I'm just trying to figure out, you know, share mine. I do got some pretty nice equipment, you know, tell you what I think. That'd have been another episode. You know, I could go on right now, but I figure I'll wait. Just want to do a little spin session, make it nice and light and right, open up the legs for the weekend, you know, watching my little cycling motivation while I talk to y'all, and vice versa. I could be some motivation for somebody too. You know, cycling comes from all levels, all ages. You know, I mean, it's a possibility. Y'all might want to talk about how I get started. We might want to talk about nutrition. We might talk about sizing, talk about routes, where you would like to go, group rides. We're going to make it interesting. So today, just a little opener. I'll probably be out tomorrow. It's the weekend coming up. It is Friday, like I said. I don't want to do too much. I just want to sit on the bike. I consider this being fun. and relaxing. You know, roller work is real good for speed, low pressure on the legs. I like it. Consistency, I like it. I mean, even learn how to get on the rollers to be able to balance yourself is a job within itself. So we'll probably do a tutorial on how to get started for people that never been on rollers, that want to get on them. It's not that hard, but you got to have somewhere where you can balance yourself. And we'll talk about that in upcoming tutorials specifically. Right now, I'm just tapping in, communicating with y'all, and just having fun, loosening up the legs. You know, it's gonna be a lot of new people to the channel. We welcome you. You know, give y'all a few different insights on what it takes to come out to a group ride, what it might take to climb. Just share our basic knowledge of cycling so you can understand what it takes and what you need to do and where you can purchase a bike from, things of that nature. So right now, a lot of people say, well, how you know what you're doing on the bike then? I got a computer. I can tell you my heart rate, my cadence, my power, my speed. All this stuff is integrated into the computer system. So when you start cycling, that's one of the small parts that you might need to get started is a computer, because it helps you and it'll teach you what you need to learn as you grow in this sport. For sure, we know it's one of the healthiest sports that you can do. So why not embrace it and make the fun out of it? Make, you know, get what you can get out of it. I always tell everybody it's two choices. The doctor gonna tell you either exercise or he gonna tell you take the pills for the high blood pressure, cholesterol, sugar, all that. So it's like you can either do it now or you can do it later. It's up to you. Even if you choose to do it. Some people don't like riding bikes. That's cool. Some people do. And you can get better. You don't necessarily have to race to enjoy cycling, but it's motivation to do better. Racing ain't always about how fast you go. Sometimes it's just a competition level, especially with our age bracket. I raced the master class. I'm currently a 2 right now, so I do it for fitness, but motivation. And the racing kind of keeps me going. You know, I get to see my friends that I cycle with, and I know the type of work we put in together, or some of the work that they do, because we all watch each other on Strava, which is another key component in keeping you motivated. You know, Strava pretty fun, it's interesting. People post some of their rides, some of their workouts, and then some of them keep their stuff a secret. But it's all fun and awareness to better yourself. So, me personally, I like to watch it for motivation. See who putting in the work. And also, you got to put in your own work. You know, you just can't. The one thing about cycling is you have to put in your own work. It's nothing nobody can do for you. Now you might can get your motor installed in your bike, but who wants to? You might want an electric bike. You know, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. Electric bikes have their benefits. People think, oh, that's cheating. No, it's not. I have an electric bike. The electric bike does a lot for you, especially for a beginner, because it helps you mentally, physically. people say, well, how is you riding an electric bike going to be beneficial? Well, I used to say that. And then I got a buddy of mine who I used to ride around with and follow him. And he used to put his heart rate and his exercise in a program that was just as good as me on my bike. He was a little older. He was getting the same benefits that I was getting because we was out there for the same amount of time, but also his heart rate, it was right where it needed to be. So that's what it was. Let's get it together. I think that battery a little low. Let me see. There we go. Probably was spinning too fast. Had that thing wound it up. So now we're in a good gear. So I'll explain more about gearing later. But for right now, we was talking about the e-bike. So electric bikes are cool. Once you start understanding heart rate, you start understanding cadence, little stuff, what zones to be in, you know. Once you start learning that, it takes cycling to another level. It's interesting. It's not about turning the pedals over all the time. You know, even though that's what we're doing. A lot of times, I like to go ride and get out. I start noticing, wow, if I was in a car, I wouldn't be able to notice that. On my motorcycle, I wouldn't be able to see it, so I gotta focus. But with the bike, it takes you just slow enough and just fast enough to enjoy Mother Nature. You can get a good view out of 90% of places you go. You can enjoy it because you're not moving too fast. And you're moving at a pace where it's enjoyable. So that's what makes it fun. You got Newport Beach, PCH, Santa Monica, Malibu, you know, and some of the future rides, I'll be able to show y'all some of the views. You know, if you go to my Instagram, social media platforms, you might see some of them. We ride the riverbeds. Those are also easy, fun places to ride your bike. You know, get good miles, less traffic. It works. It works well. So, as I sit here on the rollers, I'm just giving you a little preview, some of the things that you can do. Or you can get you a trainer or a pair of rollers. Sit at home, get you a little exercise, and watch changing lanes. You know, we have different stuff on there, different views, different topics. You know, we bring different stuff to you. I gotta work on positioning too. Running my mouth, I gotta work on my positioning. This also helps. Aerodynamics. You will not believe what you learn about aerodynamics on a bike. I mean, unbelievable. That's another topic. So we're gonna be jumping into different topics about different things to explore when it comes to cycling. So in the weeks to come, different topics, different views, different changes. Wheels, tires, frames, frame sets, carbon, aluminum. It's all good work, good equipment, different equipment, what you prefer, from low end to high end, it's there. I can tell by sound how I'm doing. It's crazy. So as we sit here and y'all hang out, listen to small talk, we're gonna have it where we can look up, see the questions, talk to our fellow riders, and also you're welcome to come ride. We got rides that leave out of Liberty Park right here in Cerritos every Saturday and Sunday. Meet good friends, get with groups of people where if you keep up, or you can get a little spicy. It just depends. So if you want to be able to keep up, it's best that you do this type of work at home. And if you want to come out for the leisure rides, come out there and hang out. Meet the fellas and the ladies. You'll be surprised. Got a nice group of diverse individuals that come out and enjoy the weekend rides. You kind of look at it about an average 1 to 2 hours to 4 to 6 hours. It depends on the route. Usually, once you get with a good group, there's a post that goes out, group rides, let you know what time they start, what time they probably, how fast the ride gonna be, and it makes it fun. Get the right equipment, you know. Don't be scared to communicate and ask questions. So we're gonna try to take this channel and help the newbies and some of the older people that race, just explore some stuff together. Make it fun. That's what this is about. It's not about, oh, when I come out there, how many miles are we gonna ride? How fast is we gonna go? It's gonna be somebody there that's gonna motivate you to keep up. You just gotta be willing to learn and try. I would like to convert a lot of my friends or convince them to coming out get into the sport. It's cool. You might not think so, but you'll be surprised how fast things can change. 1 minute you look up, you done lost 10 or 15 pounds. Yeah, you can struggle with your weight a little bit, but it's like everything. You got to get it dialed in. Once you get it dialed in, you'll be good. Take time. And you get to have fun along the way. I know I did, and still is having fun. Meet new people, going new places, being dedicated. It has all these benefits, you know. And one thing I learned is who you challenging? Yourself. Who you trying to beat? Yourself. Who you trying to be better than? The old you. The guy that's behind you. Because it's a new guy in front of you. So that's what you got to look at. You got to look at where you're going, not where you're coming from. Plan the goal, map it out, go do it. That's the fun part. That's why when I picked it up, I started enjoying it for what it is. Because It's about your personal best. Your personal best. We call them PRs. Personal record. It's not, you have a KOM, which is the fastest person, if that's what you want to do. Chase KOMs. But it's best you keep up with yourself, because you'll be surprised what it takes to get a KOM. Months of training, work, grind, sweat, maintenance, you know. So just keep that in mind. You out there on the weekend, you don't know what a person doing during the week to come beat you that weekend. So you might think, oh, he big, he a little overweight. I done seen it happen. Don't let that weight fool you.